Mighty. Mighty. It's going mighty. Absolutely mighty. My name is Madame Stephanie Timkins. That's my name at the moment. I have a different name when I feel like I'm a man, but at the moment, I feel like I'm a woman. I'm gender fluid, by the way, which means I'm perfectly normal and there's not a bother on me. And if anything, actually, I should be treated better because I should get extra credits for being brave and stunning. And by the way, if anyone wants me to babysit their children, get in touch. Get in touch. There's a few things I want to talk about. I was just talking to my accountant there in Galway City, and around Ayr Square, and he was telling me maybe I should tone down my talk on abortion because I was all for abortion, but he was saying that I could be, by promoting abortion, I could be sort of culling potential people in me gigs, in me comedy gigs, me stand-up gigs in the future. So he said maybe if I'm interested in having people at me gigs in the future, it might be better to be against abortion. That way I'd have more of an audience in the future. So that's something for me to think about. Another thing I want to say, I'm fucking sick and tired of these anti-vaxxers. I'm sick and tired of them. I want to get back to normal, so why won't people just all get the vax? I know some people have died from it, but I have gigs to do, I have comedy gigs to do, so please, if you see any anti-vaxxers out there, tell them to take the vax. Tell them to take the vax so they can come and see a gig of Madame Stephanie Timkins, because it's all about gigs and tickets and making money for me to get more tattoos and flash cars. A lot of elderly people died during the pandemic, but let's get things into perspective. Let's get Madame Stephanie Timkins' comedy back on the road. That's what it's all about, lads. Alright, Scobbies, there's another thing. Someone sent me an email asking me would I talk about the homeless crisis in Galway and also in Dublin. Actually, no, I don't really care about it because all the homeless people are Irish, so it doesn't matter. They're obviously all far right, so they don't deserve homes. If there were any Africans now or Palestinians homeless, of course I'd be talking about it. But they're Irish, so and not only that, they're not even from towns. They're from the countryside, so it doesn't really matter. What else do I want to say? Now I've been getting some very some horrible emails recently. I'm telling you, some absolutely mighty, horrible emails from people. And what I do, they're saying that I shouldn't be slagging all the Irish people, and I shouldn't be slagging Irish people who are proud of their history and their language and their culture. And they're saying that I shouldn't be doing that. Well, you see, this is my modus operandi. What I do is I slag people. And as soon as people try to slag me back, I immediately talk about disability. That's what I do. I talk about disability. And I hold up a big sign, a big disability card, so that no one, so I'm untouchable. So I can slag people, but they can't slag me back, And then I talk about depression as well. That's another thing I talk about is depression. So depression and disability, that's what I talk about. As soon as I'm about to get me comeuppance, I pull out my disability card and I pull out my depression card, and that sort of makes sure that I can't be touched. So that's another thing there now. I think it's time now I got into my comedy routine. That's enough talking done. I think it's time to get into my comedy. So here's a few comedy pieces for you, and I made this up myself. It's me original material. Here we go. Go on. Go on. Go on, you'll have a cup of tea. Father. Go on, Father, you'll have a cup of tea. Go on. Feck. Arse. Girls. Feck. Girls. Feck. Drink. All right there, Ted. Okay, Ted. The answer back, Ted. Bishop Len Brennan. Okay, that's me little quotes over. Made them up myself. Alright, now I'm going to give a few jokes. Here's the first one. These are killer jokes, lads. You better hold on to your ribs in case they fall off with the laughter. Here we go. Right, here we go, Scorpies. Alright. Why did the chicken cross the road? To get to the other side so I could knock back a big pint of Guinness. Ha 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 ha. Where do fish keep their money? Oh, by the way, actually, this is for you want-to-be comedians. If your material is absolutely shite, you know what you do? You put a bad word into your punchline, like fucking. So here we go, right? Where do fish keep their money? In a river fucking bank. Mighty, mighty. What did the traffic light say to the car? Don't fucking look, you big bollocks. I'm fucking changing. Why did the American put his father into the freezer? This is a mighty one, lads. Mighty. Absolutely mighty. Why did he put his father, the little American boy, why did he put his father in the freezer? Because he wanted a fucking ice pop. Mighty. Absolutely mighty. I've more jokes coming. Some of you might not like me new material, but you see, unfortunately, I don't have a moral compass. What I do to get my jokes is I look at mainstream media, and if mainstream media are upset about something, then I try to joke about that. So for the last number of years, 95% of my jokes have been about Donald Trump, but because he's no longer the president, I'm sort of clutching at straws. So here's a few more jokes for you, Scobbies. Mighty. What do you get if you cross a Rottweiler with Lassie? A dog that'll bite your leg off and then go running for help. Knock, knock. Who's there? Who's there, Scobby? Who? Who? Are you Jason Horan cutting fucking out or something? And now here's some absolutely creme de la creme of establishment left-wing socialist humour. So here we go, right? Are you ready, Scobbies? I have a micro penis. Big hairy balls. Willie. Irish people from the countryside. What do you get if you put a cow on a trampoline? A milkshake. I'm fucking delighted that the Nazis lost and that now we have drag queen story hour for children. It's great. I'm not laughing here because I'm talking politics. I'm not talking humour. I think it's great that Irish people are being replaced in Ireland, but I'm furious about the Palestinians losing their homeland over there, even though I've never set foot in Palestine. I'm not laughing because this is politics. It's not humour. It's not satire. I'm talking from my heart here. I think Ireland should become an African country, and then we'd have some great reggae music, and we'd have bongos. And I'm not laughing because I'm making a political point. I'm making a political point, Scobbies. Now back to the jokes. Will I throw a few more in, lads? Will I throw a few more jokes in, hatchets? Scobbies, will I throw a few more in? I think I will. 2 travellers went up to heaven, and they said to St. Peter, now when I'm saying travellers, I'm talking about itinerants, that's the politically correct term, and their names were Francie, and what would be another good name for a traveller? Francie and, I'm very sorry about this, I'm very sorry about this. I ran out of pen, so my script, I've come to the end of my script. Trying to think of another good name for a traveller, for an itinerant, I mean. I better be politically correct here. Should we just say Johnny? Francie and Johnny, they went up to heaven and they met St. Peter at the pearly gates. And they told St. Peter who they were, and St. Peter said, sorry Scobies, but you're not allowed in here. You lads aren't supposed to be here. And Francie and Johnny said, of course, St. Peter, we're supposed to be here. We're after dying and we're after going up to the stairs. And we're now standing here at the pearly gates. And he said, St. Peter said to the itinerants, no, sorry lads, you can't come in. And they said, go and check with the lad upstairs, the big man upstairs. Check with God. Maybe it's in his filing cabinet and you've overlooked it. So St. Peter decided the Christian thing to do would be to find out and to go to the filing cabinet upstairs and to talk it over with the big man upstairs, God himself. And when he went up, he looked through the filing cabinet and there was no letter there for Johnny and there was no letter there for Francie. So when he came downstairs and he went to the desk, Francie and Johnny were no longer there, nor were the pearly gates. And it turned out that the travellers, the itinerants didn't rob them. It was the Irish country people. Yeah, that's the joke. What did the mammy... Here's a good one, Scobie. Mighty, mighty. Here's another one. What did the mammy elephant say to the little elephant when they were packing for their holidays? Don't forget your trunk. Traditional Irish people. Educated Irish people from the countryside. Irish people go to mass. Irish people who are worried about being replaced in their homeland. Far right bastards. Mighty jokes, guys. Mighty. Absolutely mighty. Mighty jokes. Mighty jokes, Scobies. Alright. I'll try and finish off on an absolute zinger. A zinger of a joke. Here we go now. Here we go. Okay, I've run out of material, so I've gone to a website, but I've got to pretend these are my own jokes. Here we go. Two cannibals are eating a clown. One says to the other, does this taste funny to you? Ha 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 ha. I fear for the calendar. Its days are numbered. What did the police officer say to the belly button? You're under a vest. How did Darth Vader know about Luke? I've made a hands of it. Here we go. Right, here we go, Scobies. How did Darth Vader know what Luke got him for Christmas? He felt his presence. What does a zombie vegetarian eat? Grains. And I think I'll finish with an absolute wonderful joke, a mighty, mighty joke. Here's the final joke here. The final joke from Madam Stephanie Timkins. I'll be changing back to a man in an hour. So here we go. Here's the final joke. And it's for the Americans out there, the American audience who absolutely love my comedy. I hope you enjoyed this final joke. Here we go. Here we go, Scobies. What's that Nevada city where all the dentists visit? Floss Vegas.